Well, hey there, folks, and thank you again so much for joining me here at Tesla Northwest and EVs. Where am I taking you today? Well, we're doing a little trip with our Tesla Owners of Washington Car Club, and we're checking out the tulip fields here in Skagit Valley. Unfortunately, they're a little hard to find, but we've got lots of daffodils. So join me on this drive. We're checking out FSD, and we're just checking out the pretty valley and checking out all the beautiful Teslas that are part of our Tesla Owners of Washington Car Club. So appreciate you joining me. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later and catch you on the flip side at Tesla Northwest and EV. For a minute. Well, good morning. It is a beautiful Saturday, and we are going to go meet up with the Tesla Owners of Washington, our car club, in Arlington at the version 2 supercharger at the Angel of the Winds Casino. And we're going to go look at the tulips. So I thought I would bring you along for some of the drive. So we'll be using FSD for most of it, and we're going to be looking at some beautiful tulips. Hopefully they're popped up and not all destroyed. And hopefully you just enjoy this drive. So thanks for joining us here. Hit that like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and we'll just catch you as we either get on the freeway, get off, or head to some tulip fields. We'll pop up here, we'll let FSD make our first left-hand turn, and then we'll sign off until we get to something more interesting, because we've all seen this drive. Oh, we've got a oil tanker and a tugboat out there in the channel. Very cool. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but it is super neat. Yeah, very cool. All right, and there we go. We did it. No problem. This is an easy left-hand turn for the car, as is this route. You've seen this before. So we'll join you again as we get closer to Interstate 5, heading to Arlington, Angel of the Winds Casino, to do a Tulip Day Fest. We were just cruising down Highway 20, about ready to go over the Twin Bridges, and I hope you can see this through the camera. You may not be able to, but my God, the mountains are just beautiful today. It's a bit of an overcast. Get over, buddy. You don't have to be so scared. A bit of an overcast day, so the sun's not blinding us, and you can just see the snow and everything on the mountains. Wonderful. And you got to see a little bit of a nervous Amos there doing the phantom brake for a car coming up to the turn lane. So we're going to crest this bridge, and you're going to get to see another view of these mountains in it. Like I said, it's just beautiful, and we'll bring you more beautiful sights here as we head out and look at the tulip fields. So wow, should be great. Yeah, there they are off to the right, and then we've got the Skagit foothills off in front of us with a little bit of snow. Man, we are just so blessed, and I hope you enjoy this, and thanks again for joining me. So we'll check back as we hop onto I-5. All right, we are approaching Interstate 5 south, and the car is in the left-hand lane. It's going to need to make some moves to get over into the right-hand lane, and we're going to see what it does. Should get over. I'm going to lower my speed. There we go. Get over, car. Oop. We had a Mustang duck in and freak the car out, so it canceled its lane change, but now it should go ahead and do it. Go ahead, car. Get over, car.
Oh my God.
I'm going to take over. So that was ridiculous. I don't know what it was waiting for. Autopilot just kept sitting there waiting to make a lane change and never made its lane change, although it had plenty of room. Okay, so we'll see what happens here. Try not to piss off the other drivers or embarrass ourselves. Again, a lot of the times it's a comfort thing with FSD, and not so much that it can't complete the maneuvers. And I just do not trust other drivers, so we got to be careful. I should have my student driver sticker on with this latest update, because it is a bit, I don't want to say sketchy. It does everything really well, and it can help kind of lull you into a sense of security, and then it'll do something really effed up. Not very often. You got to really be paying attention with this update, because it will do some weird stuff. So we're doing this on-ramp good so far. Got a nice speed at 69. Ooh la la. And we're going to hit our merge, and it should be running up speed here. Running up speed. I don't know why it's pinching its brakes and wanting to get over. See, now it's going to run this lane out. No blinker yet. No blinker yet. And I just don't care for this behavior. It should have taken the opportunity to get over, and it should have had a blinker on. So I'm going to say that is a pass for a merge, but not really well executed. But this is nice, immediately getting over into the other lane for faster travel. And we're going to go ahead and boost our speed up to a decent 75 and roll on to the version 2 supercharger in Arlington at the Angel of the Winds Casino. So we'll bring you some more footage, probably of that off ramp if we see anything interesting. But again, this is just a kind of a bring you the beautiful Tulip Day Festival and not worry so much about FSD, but we are having FSD here. So here we are rolling across into Mount Vernon, where they are getting a new supercharger as well. We just passed it, as a matter of fact. Version 3 16 stall supercharger by the Best Buy right off I-5 here. So we'll check in a little bit. All right, folks, we have about, a little less than 2 miles to go to get to our exit, and we are going to see what FSD does here. So we should be hopefully starting to move over. I've got a Jeep behind me pushing, so I'm actually going to initiate a lane change just because I don't like this guy riding my booty cakes. So that was me, but now we'll let the car do the rest until we get to the off ramp, because like I said, I had somebody in a Jeep pushing me and I don't want to be pushed. So far, decent drive. I've taken over a few times because I just get frustrated with the traffic. People just camp out in the left-hand lane, and the car doesn't, again, as I've said, on I-5 mode with the single stack, it doesn't have a Frogger mode yet, and it needs it, because once you get into 3 or 4 lane traffic, especially in Washington, everybody just camps out in the far left 2 lanes, and the other ones are wide open typically. Okay, so this shouldn't be too complicated. Yep, good, we're making our lane change. Is that the Jeep I passed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the Jeep I passed. They were going 75, which I know the speed limit's 70, but you can see nobody's doing that. And I had to get around them, and now look what they're doing. You just can't figure people out. So anyway, it don't matter. We're coming up here to the Angel of the Winds Casino. We're slowing down probably a little more than I'd like. I don't know why we're coming to 60 miles an hour for an off-ramp. 55, really slow off-ramp. I don't care for that. And I got people pushing from behind here, but that's okay. I mean, the car's doing what it can. So we're gonna come up here and make a left. That was a kind of a crappy transition. The speeds were awful slow. Now I know that's probably safe and what's correct, but it sure didn't feel all that natural. All right, and we're clear. Car stops, sees that it can go. Excellent job. If you haven't been to this supercharger, it's okay. It's got some nice amenities. There's a bowling alley and a casino, food, a gas station right next to it, so you can go to the bathroom. Here we've got some delicious herbs if you wanted to pick up some herbs, and then another tobacco and gas station here. And we'll go ahead and lower our speed to 55, and we'll see a transition happen. Yep, lowered it to 40. And this should be cool. We're going to be meeting up with, I don't know, how many people you think will be there? There's usually about a dozen. At least usually about 8 to a dozen other Teslas, so hopefully we get a good turnout. As many as Tesla's been selling, hopefully the club's been growing and we get some better participation. And we come up here, we got a roundabout. And this stuff here is relatively new, so the car may not know all about it. It's doing this, not real great. Like, why is it stopping? Well, it didn't really stop, but it sure feels like you're stopping. Yeah, that wasn't too hot, but I'll take it. Again, passenger comfort, other cars on the road, but it still managed to complete the task. That's a nice car. I keep thinking they're going to build a golf course around here with as open as it starts to look, you know. Nice trails, nice place to go biking and hiking.
Well, not hiking.
Well, yeah, walking, jogging. Yeah. Right, here we come up here to our left, and then we'll pull into the supercharger, and we'll bring you back. We're not going to bring you this whole drive back out. Kind of stupid, but we'll show you when we hop onto I-5. We'll be heading back into Skagit Valley and looking at the tulips. So. As FSD drives goes, this isn't going to be super exciting just because it's flat. They're all like lefts and rights and roundabouts, but it should be pretty. I really hope the tulips are up and you get to see some of that. And we'll obviously bring you some footage from outside of the car. So good, we picked up that pedestrian. The cones are showing up, and occupancy network is very, very active. Excellent. Here off to our right, we've got the Stillaguamish Administration Building for the Stillaguamish Indian Tribe, and then up here on the left is going to be their casino, the Angel of the Winds, which is a really nice casino. Little bit back here, and this is why it's not our Nicole and I's favorite supercharger, is because it is a couple miles off the freeway, and it's a version 2. But you know what? It's also kind of nice and quiet, so if you wanted to just come and have a little bit of a gambling session, maybe get a bite to eat, this is a nice stop. Oh yeah, we got the whole crowd there. So we're pulling up, we can see our Tesla owners of Washington there, a bunch of different cars, some people charging, some not, and autopilot navigation complete. Let's see if it can make us, get us into here. That wasn't really very elegant.
Oh.
And press accelerator to resume, it said. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm taking over. All right, folks, we're here. We'll bring you some tulips in a little bit. All right, we made it to the Angel of the Winds version 2 Tesla supercharger. And like I said, we're meeting up with our Tesla owners of Washington Car Club. So we can see some people here gathering. And then we've got our group over here. So far we're about, 13 Teslas, and I think we'll have a few more. And I'm gonna try and get us in the back so we can watch the whole procession roll out. So we'll join you again as we hit I-5. And just thanks for joining us here at Tesla Northwest and EVs. Really excited for Tulip Day. So here is a really cool Model S. I love what they've done with this one. The red accents. Beautiful, beautiful car. And I'm not sure what year. Obviously it's got a little bit of curb rash on the rims, but just a gorgeous car. And then here we've got kind of a cool wrap on this one. So, yep, good showing. We're gonna go over and get our badging, and then we're gonna get on the road here about 11:30. So, should be a lot of fun. All right, hey there, folks. So we are close to the back of the pack here. You can see that whole string of Teslas in front of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I do believe we're gonna be rolling about 13 or 14 of us to the tulip fields. So you can see our route. We're gonna hop on I-5 here in just a minute, and there is just a gaggle of Teslas rolling. And I'm just excited. So we'll bring you some more footage as we hop onto Interstate 5. All right, we're approaching our on-ramp with our gaggle of Teslas here. Funny, we were sitting in the parking lot before we left talking and had a Mustang Saline drive by, revving the crap out of his engine, and then some little rice burner go by and just wrapping the shit out of his engine. So here we are, we're gonna hop on Interstate 5. Nice and smoothly done. And everybody's really getting after it here. So we're gonna try and catch up. And I'm gonna take over just because I want to stick with the group. So sorry for that, folks. Not super exciting, I know. But there we go. Now we made it in, and now we're gonna get over. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and let our buddies in. Okay, I'll let the car drive again. Sorry about that, folks, but I just want to try and keep us with our group. So anyway, we'll check back in when we get closer to the tulip fields. All right, well, we're rolling down here through into the valley. Sorry, this isn't, like I said, a great FSD video because I want to try and keep up with my group, and poor Amos here probably doesn't realize that we're trying to do that. So anyway, that's why I took over. But we've got a nice string of Teslas in front of us here in the right-hand lane, and we are all cruising to our destination, which is Tulip Field number 1, on Calhoun Road. So we will be there shortly. And we're just following all our buddies. We're pretty much in the back. We've got 1 or 2 other people behind us, but
We have one next to us.
And we got one next to us, yeah. So anyway, FSD's doing good, besides the fact when I have to take over because I get annoyed. And we'll join you again here when we hop off I-5 and come to the tulip fields. Right, we are about a mile away from our exit, and I thought it'd be cool to see, 1, how FSD does getting off, and 2, just watch again that nice big string of cars in our Tesla Owners of Washington Club come off the off-ramp. And we learned something kind of interesting. My daughter mentioned it and wanted me to remind me that evidently Tesla is not a big fan of official Tesla owners clubs anymore. So that's a little disappointing, I guess. They don't find much use for us, so they are still supporting us, but I guess they're not creating new clubs or sanctioning new clubs. So anyway, a little disappointed to hear that, and hopefully they change their mind, but we're still loyal Tesla fan club members here, although we love all the EVs, and just having a good time. So we're going to roll out here, see how we do on this off-ramp, and check out all the cool Teslas that are going to go by the camera. And we're probably going to run into some event traffic. Yeah, but nicely done. A little bit of a hard stop. All right, now we're going to roll up here and make a left. I wonder what people think when they see this. I mean, I think it's cool as hell, but I'm sure like those people that were revving their engines probably just get annoyed. You know what I mean? Why you would get annoyed, I don't know. You know, there's lots of car clubs, but good visualization here of the ego, letting us know where it's planning on going and how far ahead it is making its moves. And this is, what, Conway, right? I think it's Conway.
Yeah.
Nice little farming community here in the valley. Got some wineries and manufacturing. And looks like we got a nice break in traffic where we're going to get out here, or most of us will get out. Been a rough season on tulips, so we're going to find out if we get to see much. Hopefully I got some nice pretty pictures for you all to see. But if not, hey, that's okay too. At least we had a good time. Okay, you can see the ego is getting a little impatient. It wants to go around, but it's holding its own, so that's good. Love the new chevrons. We can see the blinker turn on. It sees the blinker on the other car. So that's very cool. And we're gonna roll up here. I'm probably gonna nudge it through this intersection just because, again, it's overly cautious. They're probably using FSD too. Okay, and I'm nudging it. And we'll let it complete. All right, well done. Again, didn't have to intervene. I nudged it. We'll go through this roundabout, and then it's kind of boring, so we'll check back in with you once we get closer to our tulip field. You're like, kind of boring. It was kind of boring sitting there waiting to take your turn. Yeah, it's a Tesla. They must not be going with us. Got some motorcycles out. See lots of traffic. Is that a... I wasn't sure if that was one of those Zero bikes with the round headlight, but I don't think it is. I think those were all gas.
Looks like the motorcycle club is out and about too.
Yeah, probably a few clubs out on a Saturday checking things out. Okay, so the car shouldn't hesitate. It should just roll right through here. Good. Very nicely done. And now we're just going to get in line with a string of other people as we head off to the first tulip field. There's a cute little camper.
Oh, I didn't know you were recording.
Oop. And there, see, it wanted to go into that other weird lane. So lane selection is still an issue. Hopefully they get that worked out. But we're going to roll up here. Oh, yeah, I had to take over. Wanted to go into the right, in the left-hand turn lane. Autopilot tried to take a left-hand turn lane. Oh, and now it won't let me. There we go. Okay, there we go. So again, this version of FSD is definitely improved, but it does weird stuff, and you got to be paying attention because it just dives away randomly. All right, we'll check back in with you when we get closer to the tulip field. Thanks for joining us here. Ooh, the river looked awful high. Well, and here we're rolling by Snow Goose Produce. This is a pretty busy place in the summertime. A lot of tourists like to check it out, and locals.
Ice cream.
Yeah, got good ice cream, fresh produce, all kinds of cool stuff. Mustang Mach-E, very cool. No electric charging yet, but hopefully soon. And we're going to roll up here. Got a nice tight corner. We'll see how Amos does. And unfortunately, again, because it's event traffic, we're kind of strung out now because we had to wait for other people to get in front of us and go through turns, but we'll catch back up to the group here soon. And it's raining, but that's all right. So we're going to come up here. Let's see how Amos does. He'll probably use his blinker. I can just about guarantee you that. And I'm sure he'll probably slow down to like 10 miles an hour. And there's the blinker. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that stop sign tricked it for a minute. Okay, not 10 miles an hour, 19. And a little bit of a trick from a stop sign, but not bad. And I think we're about, just under 5 miles from where we're headed. Old bridge over the Skagit. And then there's a neat little cafe right here. Do you remember the name of it? I guess we'll see it when we pass it. The Rexville.
The Rexville, yeah.
Yep. And this is a cool little stop. Again, this is a nice little drive through Skagit Valley. You get to see all the farmland, the river, the woods, and the trees. You get a little bit of everything. And then there's some nice little places to stop. So this is obviously not an intervention-free drive. I've taken over a number of times, mainly for comfort more than anything else, but we lost one of our buddies. Oh, maybe he knows a better way, a faster way. So we're going to keep rolling. We'll check back in when we get to the tulip field or if something interesting happens, but this is easy for FSD, no problem. So you might be able to just barely see some, I don't know if those are daffodils or yellow tulips out off to the right.
I think the daffodils are gone.
Very, very cool. That's where we're going to be headed. I don't know if that translates. Must be copper up here. And there's some really cool old farmhouses up through here. So turn is just about in a mile. Yep. There he is. Skagit County officer, sheriff, painting the road with his radar. All right, we'll be at our turn here in a half a mile, and we should, oh yeah, I can see all the colors out in front of us now. A lot of yellow, but that's okay. Hopefully we'll see some purple and some red. What other colors? Orange. Purple, red, orange,
I guess
yellow.
the daffodils aren't gone. They're so
Yeah, I saw some wild daffodils on our drive up here too. Oh, I'm getting kind of excited. I hope we get a good view. Hopefully we don't have to share it with everybody. Pink, yep. Those are. I think that's one of my favorite colors because it's just such a delicate color. So, you know, pale, pretty. Right, well, it looks like we're gonna have a motorcyclist stopped up here on the shoulder. And then we've got a right-hand turn, so let's see what happens here. Looks like he's going to want to get back in, but we're not going to let him. We're going to go by him. Okay, good. Car cut kind of close to him,
yeah.
So it was getting in ready for its turn, but again, it didn't hit him. Okay, oof, awkward. I hope all the yellow wasn't daffodil or dandelions.
Dandelions? No.
And just juice our speed here a touch. You can see we got some of these cool old farmhouses up here in front of us. Flat and boring country because it's farmland, but
Another one.
Very, very pretty farmhouses. Although I don't think I'd ever want to live in a farmhouse because they're old and the rooms are tiny, and yeah, just unless you spend a lot of money renovating it. Look at that Volvo C40. See a lot of electric cars up here. Just love it. We're gonna juice us a little more to keep up with the rest of the traffic. And it looks like we got a little bit of, it looks like it might be snowing up there in the hills. Alright, we got some sirens and lights ahead of us, so we're gonna go ahead and juice down just a touch. And we'll turn this down. There we go, that's better. Now you don't have to listen to that annoying thing chirp at you.
Isn't it working?
Not the right charger?
No, it is. It's just that this thing is just really chunky, and so it like.
Oh. Okay. Nobody's coming. We're gonna come up here. No doubt we'll do a 1 count. Full stop. 1, and go. Yep, thanks, Nitsa. And we're gonna turn our speed down, and then we'll see what we can find for parking. Oh, uh-oh, looks like one of our Tesla buddies got, might have gotten a little bit wrapped up with the sheriff. I hope not.
Hopefully it's someone different.
Well, if it isn't, you know, it happens. These cars, it's easy to speed. Way too easy sometimes. Right, oh yeah, we can see him right here, up here on the left. All that yellow. And Skagit County Sheriff is in force today. They don't want to see people speeding, and I understand why. Because it gets like a zoo around here with these tulips. I'm sure we're contributing to it, but you know, that's what they're there for us to get out and see. So we should get up here, and then we'll have to find parking. It's probably going to be a bit of a zoo. That's why I'm leaving the camera on. I know it's not super exciting for you viewers, but you never know what you might see. And we're going to have to find a place to park here in just a minute. And our tulip field will be off here on the left, so I'll bring you some footage outside of the car, obviously, as well. Oh, yeah. God, are those tulips or daffodils? Those look like daffodils. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Definitely not dandelions.
No.
Yeah, those are daffodils.
Oh.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Man, look at that. Just a sea of gold there.
No pink?
No pink yet, but we're coming up here. We're going to make a turn. Or actually, this is where we're coming to, so hopefully we'll see. I'm taking out a navigation because our route is ended. And we'll pull off, and I'll bring you some footage of the tulips when we get out. So we pulled off here. Beautiful field of daffodils, but it would appear that we lost our car club. So I stopped because I wanted to get all these beautiful flowers on video. You can see it's just a sea of daffodils, and we're gonna turn around and see if we can't find where they went to. So kind of a miscellaneous mishmash video. Thanks for joining me again. We're just having fun. So that's what these videos are all about. So if you enjoy having fun, stick with it. We're gonna have some more, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Bless you. Well, it seems we lost our car club. I guess there is some benefit to being in front or in the middle. But we're gonna go to the second stop, which is Skagit Tulip Farm, and see if we can't catch up with them there. And if not, that's okay. We'll get some more tulips. We got some daffodils. We'll see some tulips, and then yeah, we'll head home. And we'll just call this kind of a fun, funky little video where you got to see some pretty flowers. You just got to roll with the punches, you know. This is a pretty little area. Again, rural Skagit County.
This is the road that we stopped on.
You think
last
so?
time. Yeah, because
That
I remember
looks like
coming around that thing.
That looks like a fire waiting to happen right there. Well, I guess we'll see. Our stop is just up here a little bit, so cool farmhouse. Ooh, I love all their solar. Lucky people there. This is all Skagit farmland. And the roads actually aren't as bad as I remember. If this is the route we took, it was terrible last year. And I gotta remember I turned the volume off on my radar detector for my lovely audience. So we better watch out for the sheriff. This all looks like they're getting ready to plant over here on the left.
Is that a Tesla? I can't tell.
Oh, there's a big bus up here. And I can't tell if this is our turn or if our turn is after this. So. Yeah, next right or next left we're gonna take here. Well, maybe we'll run into him taking this way. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. The audience is wondering, they're scratching their heads like, will this mystery never end? What is that, kohlrabi?
What?
Those plants there.
Oh. Cauliflower?
No, I don't think so.
Cabbage?
Maybe cabbage.
Is that a stroke?
Kohlrabi's kind of good.
Colorado.
This is a cool copse of trees here. That can't be natural. I wonder if somebody planted all those back when they were homesteading.
Yeah.
All right, here we come up to our left. And no light, no stop sign, no oncoming traffic. We're good. Nicely done. Okay, so we're gonna lower our speed here. We can see this must be where they're advertising. We want to park here. You want to park here? We're gonna see if we can get away with not having to worry about that. Look for a whole squad of Teslas too. All right, we're gonna slow down because there's pedestrians and we don't want Amos to freak out. Which he is a little bit. I'm just goosing him a little bit. Thank you. All right, made it by. Not much to see there.
No.
Just a windmill and not much in the way of tulips. That's a nice house.
Oh, I'd hate to live out here this time of year.
Yeah, it gets pretty busy.
Yeah.
So our destination's going to be up here on the right in just a few minutes. And again, I wouldn't blame you if you fast forwarded, but maybe I'll title this video "The Great Tesla Owners of Washington Car Club Hunt." Hey, that might have been, no, that's a Charger.
The Great Tulip Mystery.
Well, we were kind of, I wasn't super optimistic we were going to see a lot just because of how bad the weather has been and how hard it's been on them.
Yeah.
Normally those daffodils would all be gone, right? Like you had
Yeah.
said by this time of year. They're usually about 2 weeks. Ooh, that is a really cool house. I don't think I've noticed that house before. Careful, bud.
We should title
Amos
this-
did a great job there. We got some oncoming traffic, and he said, yeah, I'm just going to go. And I think that was perfectly appropriate. Well done, buddy.
We should title this video Tesla Scavenger Hunt.
Tesla Scavenger and Tulip Hunt, huh? All right, we're gonna roll through here. I'll catch up with you when we get to the tulip field. All right, we're a few miles down the road, and you can see here, this is the Dutch Roosengarten. We're not stopping here, but it is packed. And so we'll see how the car does, as it has to navigate with all of these pedestrians and weird traffic. Oh, we've even got like a crossing guard up there with a stop sign. So yeah, very, very popular event with...
There's some tulips.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, tulips and white daffodils. Very pretty.
They're like halfway bloomed. They're bloomed, but there was enough.
Yeah, they haven't quite
They're
opened
not
up.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still might be just a little cold.
Not enough sun.
Yeah, we haven't had much sun.
Oh, there's a Tesla. Don't know if they're in our car club or not because we got separated.
I didn't recognize them.
Okay. Quinn's all over it. I got my producer wife and my producer daughter with me today, and they're doing an awesome job. Look at that. Isn't that a cool visual right
All
there?
these people.
And Amos got a little nervous. You can see his path planner is definitely wiggly, definitely kind of grumpy. Thank you. Look at them all. Oh, this is cool. So very, very neat example of Tesla Vision and the occupancy network. Okay, you're good. You can go, car. Wow, look at all these cars.
Holy crap.
Wow, I didn't think it would be that busy.
It is Saturday.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
What?
That's pretty. So that's what everybody's trying to get into.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, I'd bring it to you, but
I don't want to deal with that.
No, I don't either.
we don't want to deal with that. Ooh, I think we got a Porsche Taycan coming up here on the left, though.
Look at the map. See, we need to take that left soon.
We do. We're going to take it here. It's right up here. That's what we're waiting for. Beautiful car. That is what we're waiting for. Again, we can see all the cars parked here in the occupancy network, and this one here is active. The car knows it's active.
I don't like how all those are moving. Though.
How they're kind of shifting around. And this guy here wanting to pull out, he might be a little bit out of luck because Amos isn't very nice. But we'll find out. Man, there has got to be 1,000 cars in there, at least. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Like you said, it's Saturday. Love all these wild daffodils. Hopefully everybody doesn't mind just kind of coming along and joining us for a day on the town. Sorry, Amos don't let people in. It's just something he does. Alright. Ooh, got a copper. That's really pretty. All the tulips in their yard there. I should have put a camera on the outside of the car. I'm sorry I didn't do that, folks. Just didn't even think about it. I'll do it next time. Oh, here we go. What is this? EQS?
I'm not looking at this.
Okay, very cool. What are you looking at?
The bird on the wire.
Oh. Oh yeah, looks like we got sheriff up here directing traffic. So this should be interesting. Let's see what the car does with hand-directed traffic. There's always some jewels in these videos. You just have to stick with them long enough. If we ever get our turn. I bet you by the time we get there, they'll have been at that field 1 and made it to the second field. All right, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch. When we get closer to our turn, I'll bring you back. Okay, it would appear to be our turn, so we are rolling, and we're going to see if the car follows hand directions from our officer. I'm likely going to have to take over because I don't want to piss anybody off, but we will see. Because we don't have to stop here. He's just telling you, go, 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 go. Oh, blinker on. Okay, and we made it almost to the top, and then we had to stop. Can I move this? There we go. Get a little better view of the intersection here. And we can see our officer directing traffic. And with luck, Amos will smoothly be able to manage this turn here in just a moment. Plug this poor camera in. Okay, looks like we're going to get our turn here in just a second. One lane at a time. Pretty wild, isn't it, folks? All this traffic for tulips. But I'm not complaining because I'm in it too, right? I mean, like, we're contributing to it, so. Okay, it's gonna be our turn next. Well, actually, probably let this left-hand traffic go. Yep.
What?
He's just going lane, 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 lane.
Oh.
And our stop is just up here, just a couple, less than a mile, or no, just a little over a mile. So you don't really get to see much of his hand motion there in the graphic, unfortunately. But again, I think Elon mentioned that, right? Humans kind of just look like a cuboid, so it's labeled and it's there, but it doesn't really pick up a lot of the movement of the person. Okay, it's our turn, so let's see what happens here. We've got our left-hand turn, and Amos is going to want to come up here and stop. I'm just going to keep feeding it to him. And I took over because I didn't want to strike the officer. Okay, so we'll re-engage autopilot, and we'll roll up here to our stop. Ooh, little Fiat. So anyway, folks, again, not really a great FSD video, but there are some good examples of things happening in it. And we're going to come up here and hopefully find our second tulip field and our car club. And if not, well, then we'll get you some tulip pictures and head home. Ooh, look at that daffodil field. Wow.
That's big.
Wow.
Pretty. And the Skagit Tulip Farm should be right up here off to our left, it looks like, in under a mile. We got a potato farm. Oh yeah, I see some yellow up there, but I don't see much very close to the road. Next right at Bradshaw. I know, I kind of hope we find them. Kind of a neat old house. Big sunroom. If we see a good place to pull off, we will. I didn't go all this way just to not see anything. Yeah, Tulip Town's down there. That's probably just as crazy as the Roosengarten.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful house. And Teresa, our club president, does a great job. I mean, I know she worked hard to try and scout out these locations, so it's just my fault for losing her. But I got a Tesla Model X behind me, so maybe we did find our folks. So here we are. We're coming up to where we wanted to be, so we're going to see if we can find some parking. These are all daffodils again. But maybe we can find some tulips up ahead here. I don't know what the parking situation is quite like. Everybody on the road?
That's what it was last year.
Was it?
Yeah, and look, there they are.
So I'm pulling off here, folks, so we can go out and check with our club. I see them all up there. So
Yeah.
we'll check back in and bring you some footage from outside. Hey, and there they are. We found them. Everybody's lined up along the shoulder, and we have this beautiful field of daffodils to look at. So we saw a few tulips, more daffodils than anything else, but very, very, very pretty. And we'll come up here and we'll take a look at all of the Tesla cars. We'll do a walk by. Yeah, we've got lots of people admiring the tulips, so or the daffodils. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Oh, I could have parked right here. And then we've got this great group of people here. Luckily, we found them all. And everybody is lined up here along the road. Yeah, really great showing here. Hopefully you're counting them as you go by. I'm not. Yeah, what a great turnout. Again, just a long, long string of everybody here. And I'm glad we were able to catch them and find them all. All right, here we come to the end. We got this last Model X with its doors open. And here is our beautiful field of daffodils. So thank you so much. We'll bring you some more footage on the way home. But I thought this would be worth it. Oh, okay. Well, we made it.
Dude.
And we're leaving the tulip fields now. So,
Daffodil fields.
or, God, I keep saying tulips. Yeah, daffodil fields. We never actually got to see any tulips. Oh,
Yeah, we did.
oh yeah, I
Oh,
guess
well,
we saw a few, but we didn't actually get to get out and see any from the side of the road, unfortunately.
Not yet.
But we had a good time with the Tesla owners of Washington. Always have a good time. Really great group of people. If you are in Washington State, you're a Tesla owner, you're watching my videos, and you want to join a car club, check out TOA, Tesla Owners of Washington. It's a great organization. They do stuff all over the state, and we have a lot of fun whenever we get together with them. Charger chats and wine tastings and bourbon tastings, and they go to barbecues and they do mountain loop drives.
Charger chat next month
Yep.
in Burlington.
Oh yeah, Charger chat next month in Burlington. So
Yeah.
Anyway, really great group of people. Oh, I got a Tesla behind me with the headlight out. That's kind of weird. You don't see that too often. So we'll go through this roundabout here, and I'll bring you a little bit of footage on the way home. Probably be, I don't know, probably 20-30 minute video. Lots of opportunities to fast forward in it, but I think I brought you some pretty footage and some interesting FSD stuff. So we're just trying to have fun. And if nobody watches, that's okay. Because fortunately these things don't pay my bills. Here's some purple tulips getting ready to pop up right off here. All right, there's another Tesla. And then we got some pretty tulips in the medium. And we're gonna see some up here, and if we get a chance, I don't know, those might be daffodils again.
Yeah.
You can see all that yellow up ahead. So we'll roll by this field, let you see it on camera, and then we'll probably kill the feed until we get to something else more interesting. If these compilation videos like this annoy you, let me know. I mean, I can let the thing run the entire time. I just figure people don't really care too much about these straightaways. I mean, I wouldn't, but you know, that's just me. Yeah, more daffodils. What a weird season. These are normally gone like 2-3 weeks first.
Yeah.
They come up about 2 or 3 weeks first. Their petals fall off. They're all dead-headed, and they collect the bulbs. And then the tulips come up literally like as these ones are dying, and it's just kind of, yeah, everything's been pushed back a couple weeks. Beautiful. Look at that pathway through there, though. God, it's just incredible. They had to move the tulips away from Highway 20 up here because it was causing too much traffic congestion and car accidents, because everybody, obviously you saw what it's like, everybody pulling off trying to get a view. These might be, no, are these tulips or daffodils? Riley's Refreshments. I'm sorry, gals. I don't have any extra cash on me right now. I think it's awesome seeing those kids doing stuff like that.
Oh, these are all dying.
Yeah, so
That's why they looked.
These are what it more often looks like. Yeah, I think we got a couple 3 airplanes in front of us.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're doing some kind of air show at the airport.
They are.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
My friend is going to one.
Is it like a vintage air show? Oh, damn. That would have been cool to go to. Stupid tulips. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, look at them up there. They're doing like a mock dog fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my friend posted it on his story at an air show at an air show waiting.
Oh, isn't that cool? You might be able to see that in the camera, I don't know, but it is really neat. There's 3 planes there chasing each other and a 4th one up above. Interesting.
Oh, it looks like Lulu's there too. Yep. It's just right down there.
Okay. Huh. Well, that's kind of cool. It looks like we're going to get a green light here, so hopefully we can pop onto Highway 20. Yeah, if we can see them, they're flying right across our field of vision right now. There's 3 of them in a tight formation and a 4th one above, heading towards the airport. Well, I wish I would have known about that. I would have checked that out too. God, there's just not enough time in the day to do everything. It took long enough to let us move. We're not going to make this light. Come on, people. Go. Go, go, go. Yeah, we're not going to make it. Jeez Louise. All right, well, we'll bring you back when something exciting happens. I was hoping we'd make this light, but people are dumb. Well, hey, welcome back. Sorry about that. I had some camera problems, some technical difficulty, and these GoPros are just, they're good, but they're not great. The battery comes loose and it gets hot, and so here I am trying to film, and then I go to turn it on, and it's like, oh, sorry, your battery came loose. So I got to take the whole rig apart to reseat the battery. So anyway, you don't care about my cinematography problems, but I just wanted to let you know. That's why you didn't get to see that left-hand turn. But we'll have some stuff up ahead that we'll check out. Well, here we are. We're just rolling through Anacortes, heading home. So I figured I'd bring you a little footage, a commercial. You can see, I thought you could go around in that lane. We'll make a left here onto 12th, and then probably call this good. Maybe bring you a little footage if it does something interesting. But again, not a real exciting, earth-shattering video. But that's okay. They don't all have to be. Did get some good shorts, and hopefully you got something out of it. So thanks again for joining us. just hit that subscribe if you want some more interesting content like this. Because believe me, we'll be bringing you more. There's a BMW. Big beaver bucktooth grill.
Dad,
Yo.
there should be a game that's called Take a Shot for every time you say thanks again for joining us.
Oh.
Or beautiful.
Well, you know, I'd like to let the viewers know I appreciate them. But thanks, producer daughter, for the tip.
Yeah, if that was a game, everyone would be passed out by now.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, we should be getting over here and to the left. Ah, good. Good job. And we'll have to wait our turn because we got a blinking yellow. Okay, nicely done. And let's see if it decides to go. Oh, it thought about it. Okay, and you can do it. You can do it, Amos. You can do it. Very nicely done. It was a little timid. I thought it was going to hesitate, but it pulled it off. So we made that left. I think that's probably a good place to stop this unless we see something else pretty cool. So thanks again. Have a wonderful day. And I'll try not to say thanks again for joining me so much on the advice of my producer daughter.